get real-time Secretary of State data. So we offer real-time, as in whatever reflects on the Secretary of State, we are going to have it for you. We can even get screenshots. So that data will be there available as screenshots, documents where it's available, officers where it's available. We're going to get all the data that you can get from the Secretary of State. We can get it. We have integrations into all 51 states. And when a business registers, when they start, they have to register their business. And the Secretary of State tracks things, especially, this is what most people want, is things like the status, like is the business in good standing? And this is to help them assess risk. The big things they're looking for are fraud. Is this business real or is it not real? We went through and we did a research project where we wanted to find all the different statuses that exist with the Secretary of State. We found 402 different statuses in all 50 states. This is kind of a big deal. Let's say that you, as the savvy commercial underwriter you are underwriting a business for a commercial loan, and you see the status come back from the Secretary of State as suspended. What does that mean? Is that a concern? Should you hold off on this loan when everything else looks great? Well, we're going to talk about this more in this video. So it's really important that you understand the different statuses that each Secretary of State provides and what they mean. Today, we're going to walk through the statuses specific to a certain state. Idaho's 11 business entity statuses you need to know. Number 1, active current. The entity is actively operating and has fulfilled all its regulatory and compliance requirements, including up-to-date filings and fees. It is fully operational and recognized as valid. This status generally indicates a lower risk for lenders, as it suggests the business is responsibly managing its legal obligations and likely maintaining good operational stability. Let's proceed to number 2, inactive dissolved. The entity has been officially terminated through a formal process. It is no longer allowed to conduct business, and its registration has been formally closed, either voluntarily or involuntarily. Lenders should be extremely cautious with dissolved entities, as they no longer have legal standing to operate, significantly impacting their ability to repay loans and presenting high risk. Number 3, active existing. The entity is currently in existence and operational, but may not necessarily be in good standing. It has not been formally dissolved or withdrawn, but may have some pending compliance issues. Lenders should conduct thorough due diligence on these entities, as unresolved compliance issues could indicate financial instability or management problems that may affect creditworthiness. Let's proceed to number 4, active good standing. The entity is fully compliant with all statutory requirements, including timely submissions of required documents and payment of fees. It is in good legal and financial standing with regulatory authorities. This status is generally favorable for lenders, indicating responsible management and compliance, which often correlates with better operational stability and creditworthiness. Number 5, inactive forfeited. The entity has lost its legal status due to failure to comply with regulatory requirements, such as not filing annual reports or not paying required fees. It is no longer authorized to operate. Lenders should view forfeited entities as high risk, as the loss of legal status indicates serious compliance issues that may reflect deeper financial or operational problems. Now let's proceed to number 6, inactive withdrawn. The entity has voluntarily removed itself from its state of incorporation or jurisdiction. It has formally requested to cease its registration and is no longer recognized as active in that jurisdiction. Lenders should be wary of withdrawn entities, as this status suggests the business is no longer operating in the state, which could significantly impact its ability to generate revenue and repay loans. Number 7, inactive expired. The entity's registration or charter has expired due to a lapse in renewal or failure to update necessary information. It is no longer valid for conducting business, but has not been formally dissolved. Lenders should approach expired entities with caution, as the lapse in registration could indicate financial difficulties, poor management, or intention to cease operations, all of which increase lending risk. Let's proceed to number 8, inactive revoked administrative. The entity's status has been revoked by an administrative authority due to non-compliance with legal requirements, such as failing to file necessary reports or pay fees. The entity is no longer authorized to operate. This status represents a significant red flag for lenders, indicating severe compliance issues that likely reflect broader operational or financial problems, substantially increasing the risk associated with lending to such entities. Number 9, inactive canceled. The entity's registration has been formally canceled, usually due to reasons such as failure to comply with legal obligations or voluntary action. It is no longer recognized as a valid legal entity. Lenders should avoid canceled entities, as they no longer have legal standing to operate, presenting extreme risk for any potential lending activities. Let's proceed to number 10, inactive canceled administrative. The entity's registration has been canceled by administrative action, often due to serious or repeated non-compliance with regulatory requirements. The cancellation is officially recorded and recognized. This status indicates severe issues with compliance and potentially with the entity's overall management and financial health, making it an extremely high-risk prospect for lenders. Number 11, inactive dissolved, administrative. The entity has been dissolved due to administrative reasons. This status suggests that the business has been formally terminated by administrative action, likely due to significant non-compliance or other serious issues, presenting a very high risk for lenders as the entity no longer legally exists and cannot conduct business operations. All right, let's look at an example if we wanted to do something like this and kind of how Cobalt Intelligence can help you with this. This right here is an example using this API. Now, Cobalt Intelligence is an API first, where the idea is that you can get all this data via API and get it integrated right into your system. Let's say you search for this business, 199 Franklin RC in California. So we're gonna hit send, and this is what we get back. Now, the status is suspended FTB, and this right here, specifically for California, is the Franchise Tax Board, which means it's delinquent with its taxes in California. Not enough to be terminated, but enough to put it in suspension. So this is somewhat of a risk here. Now, this could be hard to go through because, like we said, there's 402 different statuses out there. So what you can do is use this normalized status where we go through and interpret these things and we mark it as inactive. And we're gonna put those as two different options. It's either going to be active or it's going to be inactive. And so then you can programmatically, as you integrate this into your API and as this is processing through your software, you're going to get a feedback that says, hey, this business is active or inactive and may prompt further note. So it can kind of take it down certain paths. Now, if I was building this, I would use that as, like I said, a programmatic decision maker and put it in the this needs questioning right here. If it's inactive, I'm going to automatically put this in stipulations where someone's going to have to go and follow up further. And then you could display this string of suspended FTB, and then your underwriters could go through and check it and say, okay, this is something we need to dig further into, and this, or maybe not, or maybe we just decline the file altogether. I hope this has been helpful for you to see how these different statuses in the state can really vary and how it can be different for you and impact your business. I invite you to try the Secretary of State API. We have a free trial that it comes with, so you can go ahead and try it out. We also offer paid pilots, so you can try out a big number of searches and see really if the data is something that can be helpful for you. I'm Jordan Hansen. If this has been helpful at all, hit that like and subscribe button. We will help you out with what you're trying to do. Thank you.